Okay, طلاب, for question number 2. So it's marks. Now, for the following relations, state whether they are functions or not with reason. If yes, state the domain and range. Okay, now for the first one, this one. So this relation, let me take a look at the domain. So the 2 is connected with 4. Is there another 2 here? No. So that means so far it's a function. Look at 3. The 3 is connected with 8. Now another time the same 3 is connected with 9. That's not function. That's a relation. So one time the 3, if I have it as an input, it gives me 8. And another time, if it was an input, it gives me 9. That's not functional. Okay, it doesn't function well. You need something. If you give 3, it gives me 8. And if you have another 3, it still gives you 8, not a different value. So for the first one, it's not a function. It's just a relation. Okay, and I'm not going to state the domain and range because they said here if yes. So that's first one. Now the second one, look at -5, it's connected with 7. -2 is connected with 4. And 1 is connected with 5. So the domain is not being repeated. Okay, and every value for the domain is connected with a value in the range. So that means the domain is -5, -2, and 1. That's the domain. And the range is 7, 4, and 5. Now, for part C, let's look at part C. So -1 is connected with 7, -4 is connected with 7, and 6 is connected with 7. That's a function, okay? Because -1 is not being repeated, and it always gives me a value which is 7. -4, I know it's giving me the same output. That is fine. So when you have like many inputs that have one output, that is brilliant. That is exactly what I am looking for. So -1, -4, and 6, these values are all connected with an output of 7. That is a function, and the domain is -1, -4, and 6, and the range is 7. Let's check the answer scheme, students, mark scheme, so that you can see. So the first one, not function, it's a function. The domain is this and this, as you saw. Okay, that's very nice. And for the last one, students, look at this one. Look at the -3. Everything is fine for me except the -3. One time it gives me 1, and another time it gives me 8. So it's giving me 2 separate values every time. Like it has 2 different outputs. That's not a function. That's confusing. Like when you have an input of -3 and you get a 1, then you have another input. Again, you input the same number, -3, it gives me an 8. Well, the machine is not working. Every time it gives me an answer. So this is not a function, it's a relation, so there's no domain and range. Okay, let me know, طلاب, your understanding. Okay, let me just see before we go to see the mark scheme. Take a look at the mark scheme. Not a function because input -3 has 2 different outputs. See, every time you have a different output, that's not working. Okay, not a function. Okay, let me know طلاب your understanding of this particular question. This is very important as well.